Hi, welcome to the GenX Glam Gab channel here on YouTube. It is great to see everyone. It is great to see all 999 of you and growing. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome. Welcome to everyone. I'm your host, Mom in her basement, doing a little bit of glam, doing a little bit of gab. And today, I'm going to do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury, one of my favorite videos to do. I feel like that's not a one and done. I feel like I could do a full face of Charlotte Tilbury because I have been really working. I'm really proud of my collection over the past couple of years. So we're going for it. And the number's important, 999. When we get to 1,000, I can apply for the Charlotte Tilbury Magical brand partnership where supposedly, this is what I hear, if approved, I'll get a link for a coupon, but it's a one and done. But hey, it's 15% off. Use it once, you get 15% off. Maybe you only ever want to shop once. Maybe you use it and you're like, wow, this is so cool. And you keep coming back because Charlotte gives great gifts with purchase. And she sometimes runs 5, 10 over the holidays, more % off. So let's get into the video. I'm going to talk a little bit about, I don't know how excited I am that we're almost at 1,000. I share the channel with my spicy orange cat, Xena, one of those rare female orange cats. She's down here with me in my basement. She often is when I'm getting ready and doing these videos. And this morning she is really chatty. So if you hear Crybaby in the background, everything is fine. She just wants to go outside, but it's raining. It's raining. Sorry, Xena, you can't go outside. It's raining. I don't want to get her started. Anyway, thank you to all that have joined because you want to watch the Xena Chronicles. I love sharing the channel with Xena. I truly, truly do. So what am I up to today? It's a rainy weekend day. What can we do? Sometimes that happens. So what do you think some folks do on a rainy day? Even though we didn't know it was going to rain today. Actually, when I checked the weather, I thought today was going to be sunny. I thought I'll have to do yard work today. We're going to the movies. I'm going to the movies with my younger son. We're seeing, I think it's Revenge of the Sith. It's a re-release of a Star Wars movie, which to me is epic. As a Gen Xer, it has been very important to me to make sure that my kids were exposed to at least the biggies in pop culture. Can you tell we're chatting today? This is okay. So that was just the Charlotte Tilbury glow toner, which check it out. I don't have a ton left, but I have a 30 milliliter coming that I redeemed Charlotte Tilbury loyalty points for. So I'm good there. I'm really rocking through my Guerlain skincare. I'm on my Guerlain kick. Not to say I will ever stop investing in my Charlotte Tilbury skincare. It's just, I've got plenty to rotate through, not to mention my Shiseido. So let's get a very generous application of this elixir serum. Here it is from Charlotte Tilbury. Oh, speaking of elixir, I wanted to put on her elixir lip oil. I have it in Rose and the OG. Oh, I think she's under the glam station. Boy, she really wants to go out. Here it is. That's the magic elixir oil. So raising my two boys, I wanted to make sure that they were exposed to at least the biggies in pop culture that I was exposed to and what I remember of the 70s, mostly 80s, 90s, early aughts. So before they were born. And Star Wars is a huge one. I can remember seeing Return of the Jedi in the movie theater as a very youngster, under 10, right? And then when VHS tapes came out, VCRs, one of the first movies that someone in my family, I think it was an uncle, he was the first one to get this is going deep, first one to get a VCR, right? And it happened in the summer when all of myself and my cousins were up playing on the lake. And just, that's what we did as kids. We're playing on lakes. And anything new and interesting was I don't know, a treasure chest for us. And here's this VCR thing. You put the tape in and you get to watch movies. We're not used to that. We wait once a year to watch The Wizard of Oz on network TV. Those are the times we're talking about. So he had 3 movies. He had, you can tell this is a core memory because I can remember. By the way, we're letting the skincare sink in, but we'll go in with some Charlotte Tilbury Magic Cream. He had 3 movies. He had Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Very interesting movie. He had Aliens and he had Star Wars. And so that summer we rewatched, and when I say I have cousins, I'm saying there were I don't know, at least a dozen of us. We were rewatching Star Wars, Aliens, and Bed Knobs and Broomsticks all summer. And that's my early memory of VCR technology, Star Wars, all that good stuff. And so, you know, obviously as time wore on, but my brother and I were already, my older brother and I were already Star Wars fans from younger years than that. Like when we went and saw The Return of the Jedi, the VCR thing wasn't even a thing. But like we had the board game, and then I've repurchased it as an adult. I don't know, maybe like 5 or 10 years ago on eBay. I repurchased the Star Wars board game because it was really fun, and it was just I had so many fun memories of playing that with my brother and cousins and stuff. So I'm a Star Wars junkie, and so I'm happy to go see Return of the Sith. And I was telling my son in the 90s when I was in my 20s and I was living in New York City, I remember when they released all the Star Wars movies because they were pumping us up. They were pumping. All right, so now we're going to go in with the Wonder Glow. This is a primer. It looks like it has a little bit of a tint, but it's more of just a glow, okay? Hence the Wonder Glow part of it. So you can see it, you know, it looks tinted, but it's not going to leave much of a base. I mean, we're going to the movies. I've said this before. We're going into the dark. We're going into the dark, but here I am going in with a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. Please, folks, share my channel. We have to get to 1,000 by the time they moderate my application. I hope they're not watching this. I applied at $9.99. I don't know. It's something about me that I was just like, I'm so close. By the time they look at my application, I'll be at 1,000. I'll just ask folks this weekend. Just tell one more friend or family member to join. And then by the time they get to my application, I should be over 1,000. Nobody drop out. All right. So back to Star Wars. So when I was living in New York City, in the mid 90s, late 90s, they re-released them all. And I can remember going with my friends. We were so excited because here we were Gen Xers. We remembered our core memories from childhood. They all revolved around Star Wars. And you know, it's funny. So I didn't want my young men to be unaware, right? Or just because I know that there are kids their age that have never seen Star Wars. They've never seen E.T. They haven't, you know, they haven't, even in the music genres, I can't believe my older son, he's cranking out classic rock from like, classic rock nowadays, when you listen to a classic rock station, they start to play music from the 90s, which to me isn't classic rock. To me, it's like, I don't know, Cadence Clearwater Revival, like Led Zeppelin, like these, like, 70s, 60s, 70s. Anyway, so even in the musical genre, at least one of my sons he's hooked on 70s classic rock. I love it. Let's go in and sharpen if I can. My hands are so look at that. Okay, let's get back. Let's get back to the glam. I've been into the Gab. See, I didn't get a base, right? But look at that glow. And I'm telling you, this primer feels so fantastic. It's not pilling. And it's knocked off. MCO Beauty has knocked it off. I don't know if this is one of my, I have several of these boxes from Charlotte Tilbury, and I dug into this to pull out some stuff to do in this video. And I happened to see this was on the top. See, look, this is a MCO Beauty knockoff for that Wonder Glow, which I'm not a big fan of this. I really regret buying it, but I wanted to see. I mean, I'm sticking with the real deal. I'm sticking with the real deal. All right, so we've got Charlotte Tilbury Glow Toner. We have Charlotte Tilbury Magic Elixir Serum and Lip Oil. We've got Magic Cream. We have the Wonder Glow Primer down. What to do next? I always like to jump and cheat and go to my lips and line my lips. This is Hot Gossip. I should tell it's in a mini. And I'm just going to sharpen it because it needs to be sharpened. But my hands have all that moisturizer and Wonder Glow on it. It's sharp. It does. Her things do sharpen up quite well. Let's just, there. Now we have a decent enough point. Where's the Minecraft mirror? I have a few things that came in the mail last week that I have not done show and tell on yet, but they're not anything massive. The most interesting thing that I got in the mail last week, and let me tell you, next week's mail, it's going to be hugely epic because I have the new Charlotte Tilbury like rock and roll gel eyeliner, which I can't wait to try, by the way. I can't wait to try because I'm still trying to find some sort of gel esque or any sort of eyeliner that doesn't transfer when I hit it up on the waterline. But oh, here's the other thing for show and tell. This is silly. This is a 32 pack of makeup sponges. I know, very exciting, from the brand Aesthetic. The reason I'm sharing it is because I bought it at the Dollar General while on vacation. I think I mentioned in another video, I forgot all of my brushes. I had my beauty blenders. I had a few select beauty blenders. I didn't have to buy this because I had beauty blenders, but I'm the smaller makeup sponges I really like, and that's what I'm going to use today. I get mine are from Quo Beauty, my current haul of them, and I don't like them. And so I thought, I like these small ones to like really get into places like this and to get on my lids. And so, and I can already tell this is one from here. The ones that I have from Quo Beauty, they just don't, I don't know, they just don't have the same absorbency, the same feel to them. They actually feel a little bit rougher. And so I'm happy that I bought these. Dollar General, come on now. And so e.l.f., what did I get from e.l.f.? I got a lot of like stuff to put in future giveaways, and I needed more makeup brush cleaner. This is the e.l.f. Clean Queen Solid Brush and Sponge Cleaner. It's just like a little bar of soap in here, and you get your brush wet, and then you put it on the soap and scrub it out on your proper plastic scrubby in your sink. Rinse it out. I always give like a little twist, or I blot my brush on a tea towel, and then I put it in a cup to dry. So I needed a restock of these, but this is the new product, and I didn't buy it for myself. I make too much noise. This is new product. I bought it for my son. It is PLZ, please clarify, facial oil. And it's supposed to be help with acne. It's supposed to help with acne treatment. So we'll give it a try. It probably has, and I don't have my glasses on to tell you the ingredients. Oh my gosh, we're going to have to get into this, aren't we? How to use. Massage 3 to 5 drops on clean skin at night, avoiding the eye area. So I'm looking for, what does it do? It gives stressed skin a moment of zen with this calming, non-comedogenic, can't say it, facial oil made with 2% BHA, aka salicylic acid. That's the key ingredient, salicylic acid. When you're looking, oh, new top, got that on. I got this on vacation too. I don't know if you can tell in the color. It's like purple, but it might a little royal bluey, but it's like that weird purple royal blue shade. I don't know. I thought I would try it. That's pretty casual for going to the movies. Anyway, so that's the new drop. But next week, Charlotte Tilbury, the rock and roll eyeliner, which I'm like, maybe some stuff that I've redeemed, including the 30 mil of the glow toners coming. My flower nose mystery Easter baskets coming. 2 of them. Oh, I wonder why I got 2. So that's going to be really exciting. All right, so I got the lip liner on. Looking okay. The lippy that I'm going to use from Charlotte Tilbury today is, I love it. This is in the shade Pillow Talk, but it's one of these that doesn't go back down once you click it up. So let's click. Oh, it's so satisfying. Love this thing. But like I said, it's like somewhere between a balm and a lipstick. I really like it. But it creeps me out that I can't put it back down in the tube. So you can't get cranky on this one. All right, let's go in with a little bit. The next step here, if we're going through the classic steps, the next step would be to do a little color correcting. So let's get out the Beautiful Skin color corrector concealer from Charlotte Tilbury. Mine, I don't even know what shade this is. I guess I could link it if anybody's interested. But this is, this is a brightening shade. You can see it's pretty bright, and that's all I'm aiming to do. Sometimes I do these full faces of Charlotte Tilbury, and for me, a lot of it is just skincare. When it comes down to actually doing the makeup part, I'm not, it's not a ton of products going down because it's never a full beat. But I do like to brighten this area right up. And then I am going to go in with a little bit of Charlotte's Beautiful Skin foundation, and kind of try to smooth out my skin tone a little bit. In beauty school, the steps they taught us were like clean face, well, dress your client, protect their clothes, dress your station, make sure you have all of your tools, including a garbage bin. That was like one of the things teachers stressed, like you gotta have your garbage bin, because we did a lot of like using of disposable stuff and throwing it away. Back in November, for those of you that are new to the channel, I went to like a three-day immersive, like 21-hour instructive beauty school where I learned some very basics and color theory and application theory and like all kinds of stuff. And then I had to, I learned how to do like a daytime look, a bridal look, and a nighttime smoky look. And then I had an exam. So anyway, so dress the client, dress your station, make sure your client has a clean face. They don't have anything on it. Do their skincare, go in after the skincare and do all of the color correcting. After color correcting, put down the base, then move to the eyes, then move to the cheeks, and then move to the mouth, to the lips. That was the sequence. But I tend to just skip directly to my lips. All right, here we go. I love putting on, even though I'm not so great at it, I like the look of lip liner on, especially when I'm getting ready at home and everything is just fantastic. It's like when you do your hair at home, right? Looks great for like 20 minutes. Today was not a wash and dry the hair day. As you can probably imagine, I just threw it up because in fact, I'm probably running out of time. I really need to get going. But yeah, today I just threw my hair up. But as I was saying, your makeup, sometimes I feel like the same way, especially my lips, because then I usually like grab a cup of coffee on the way to work, but they look great when I leave the house. But I've said before, when I leave the house, the lippy that I have going on when I leave the house is not the lippy that I have all day, because I have favorite lippies in all kinds of bags and desk drawers. And I think that that's just fine. Like, I'm not looking to have a 16-hour wear lippy, right? But that's just me. And I'm like such an amateur. All right, what are we going in with next? Okay, if we're following the script from beauty school, we're going to use a little bit of foundation. So let's use the Beautiful Skin. I was mentioning in another video earlier this week, yesterday even, I think it was yesterday, we're rolling into the summer. Hot days are on the horizon. The thing I like about this foundation is it really does feel like a second layer of skin. It just blends so nice, and I feel like it really smooths me out. But I was saying, like, I'm looking forward to getting away this summer with, my sunscreen. Some of them have tint, some of them don't, but not putting on a ton of makeup that's going to melt off my face. So I did recently buy, I keep pulling this thing out, but it generates discussion. This Makeup Forever foundation blush face palette. And I watched it for over a year at Sephora. I finally pulled the trigger on the latest Sephora sale because I got 20% off. And it is technically foundation. I mean, it's not really a color correcting. This is a foundation palette with blushies in there, but I think I could, like, to me, this would be a color correcting shade for me. The deeper shades I can use, my deeper shades over here in this corner, I can use for warming up my face, right? Creamy bronzer in place of my bronzer sticks. So I'm going to spit it out. Sylvia pointed out on the Discord channel, if you're not hanging out with us at the GenX Glam Discord server, I link that in all my video descriptions. Please check us out there. We have now 51 members in that community, and it's a lot of fun. We can have break-off discussions, because it's real-time chat. It's real-time chatting. Like, you can post something, if somebody else is online, they can make a comment, and you can have like a little mini conversation, and then go on with your day, But anyway, Sylvia posted, she got on Amazon for $8 from a brand called Mini Star, a knockoff palette. Looks remarkably like this, right? Whoopsie daisy. But I can't find it anymore. She's like, oh, wouldn't it be great, Sylvia said, if we could do, like, if you could get it and we could see, I had scoped out, I don't know if it was the same brand Mini Star, but in the past I had scoped out. I saw that, like the idea, the concept of an all-in-one in a tin blush and base products existed on Amazon, right? You can get anything on Amazon, including the knockoffs. Here, I feel like I should lean in. And let you know the progress. Under eyes are not really all that much of a jam yet, but I haven't used my favorite product. I had to mark when I applied for the Charlotte Tilbury, here I'm leaning in, the Charlotte Tilbury Magical Partner Program. I had to mark what my favorite product from Charlotte Tilbury was. Talk about, when somebody asks you who's your favorite child, how in the heck am I supposed to answer that? But I did actually have an answer. All right, I'm going to go in. I'm going in. Like, this is why I like these tiny, like, size sponges. You can really get in there. Where is it? Magic Vanish. My Charlotte Tilbury Magic Vanish. I mean, this is it. This is the product right here. Tiny little compact. I go through these quite quickly. I'm going to get out a new. I got two. I dampened two. The Magic Vanish is like this one doesn't have any product on it. So let's just pat my face because I have done a lot of blending and get kind of like a fresh canvas going on. Look at how much, for an example of what beauty blenders pick up. We've talked about this before, but I don't mind that beauty blenders pick up product because I never want to put too much on. I want to put just enough that I feel like my imperfections are starting to get a little bit diminished. My skin looks smooth, you know, that kind of stuff. So I don't mind that picked it up. But getting back to the Magic Vanish, this is supposed to be a brightener, a concealer, and if you're in a pinch, Charlotte probably would not agree because she's the creator of these things and she's behind the, you know, the concepts, and like I created this for that. I personally improvise and I will use this. I hate to say foundation because it's such a thin, creamy formula, but if especially in the summer or on vacations, I just get a really well-laid skincare face going on, and I'll go in with my Magic Vanish and I'll put it here in my nose contour area. I'll go under my eyes with it, which I think all of these places are down my T-zone. I think that's where it was meant to be used, but I don't stop there. I will go all over my face, blotting and dotting with it to give like a little bit of a, because there's pigment in this stuff. Comes in 4 shades. And I wish she'd make a quad palette. I think I sent customer service a recommendation once, like, can you make a quad palette of this? Because I would like the other colors. I would love a quad palette of this. Please do it, Charlotte. Anyway, Magic Vanish, that's my fave. All right, let's go. We have to rock and roll now. Now we're going to move fast because, you know, for me, I love patting everything with my fingers when I get this far. Look, I still have that amount of magic, not Magic Vanish, but the Beautiful Skin on because I don't tend to use a ton of product. I don't need to get into my, and I just had it out. I don't need to really do my brows because the lamination and the tint that I had done, I don't know, going on 2 weekends ago is still holding pretty well. People are still noticing it. You know, the lamination idea is like, see how I'm getting like these hairs just like, well, you might not be able to because of my amateur camera rig, but you know, you can really get your brows where you want them to be style-wise, shape-wise when they're laminated. And then you're out of there. You don't need to use brow gel, but Charlotte does have brow gel. I have it right here. This is Charlotte's Brow Fix. We'll use a little bit of it. Whoops, why not? This pencil is Charlotte Tilbury. I think it's either taupe, or it's light brown because those are the colors that I tend to buy no matter what brand. But hey, I said we're doing a full face of Charlotte Tilbury. Here we are. Let's use a little bit of the Brow Fix. And my son is going to be coming down here. Oh, another thing I'd like to say today. There's a Shoppers Drug Mart right next to the movie theater. It's not a full boutique one. It's not a full boutique in the sense that it's not going to Shiseido, Clinique, Guerlain, Lancome, Estee Lauder. It's more drugstore aisle, and it has like Winky Picks. Winky, I don't know, you know the brand I'm talking about. It'll have Vichy, it'll have Biotherm, like these sorts of brands, but it's not a full boutique, but it will sell I'll get it out. It will sell raffle tickets to the Springle, which is coming up May 3rd. Soon. All the shoppers are going to open up their doors. They're going to have great gifts with purchases. They're going to be doing free skincare, makeup makeovers on May 3rd, and then they're going to start drawing for winners of the gift baskets that they've put together. All the charities go to, this is a network of over 300 charities that support women's health here in Canada. It's great cause, even if I don't win a gift basket, but I really hope I do. So I want to buy some tickets from the shoppers by this particular movie theater because I haven't gone out and done that yet. This is Charlotte's Blush and Cheek. It is in the shade, like, I want to say like color Color Pop, I think something like that. I love this shade. I got this, before I do that actually, let's dig into this monstrosity. And I don't mean any offense by using that word, but it's just huge. Like, this is my Charlotte Tilbury bronzer. And it's well over a year old. It is not a go-to for me. Even when I first got it, I don't know, it's way too big. How is it that Charlotte can make my favorite product in this tiny, tiny, tiny little compact? And then there's products like this that are in these huge, huge products. Let's just warm up the face a little bit. When I got this, excuse me, it was a 2-for-1. If you catch Charlotte Tilbury during Black Friday or Cyber Monday, I've said this before, so I'm so sorry if this is a repeat. If you're like, God, she says the same thing over and over. I never know who's new listening or who maybe didn't pay attention the first time. Anyway, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, that's the best time of the year to buy from Charlotte Tilbury. That's when she puts out her best gifts with purchase. She does her mystery Christmas stockings, and that's where I got this, and I love it. It's a cheek and it's a lip product, although I don't use it as much on my cheek. It's a very dewy glow blush, which I like to start because I'm a big fan of creams, I like to start my blush with a dewy product and then build on it. So look, we're just warming up the face. Drag that a little bit too far down, and I'm tapping it in with my hands. Let's go down the sides of my nose. Believe it or not, there is a fair amount on my hands. Tell me in the comments if you're similar, if you're one of the folks. Let's lean in. I warmed up my face a tiny bit. The goal for me is to have that barely there makeup look anyway, but you've been seeing how much product I've been putting down. Yeah. Are you a finger tapper? This is the Charlotte. Charlotte does this to tap in her skincare, or so I heard. It's not like I know the woman, but I really, really hope. All right, I'm going in. I'm going to use my fingers again. I really hope that I get accepted to the Magic brand program. Like, let's talk a little bit about the application I filled out. I was a little bit nervous. I do have an Instagram profile, but you guys, I'm just like here mostly on, gosh, isn't that nice? Like, I could just stop now. In fact, I probably should, but since I'm not, I'm not fully done, we are going to powder down. And did I have another blush that I pulled out? No, I think this is it for the blush. I put down my Instagram. The Instagram profile name had a asterisk next to it. You know what that means? That means that it's a mandatory field. And I was like, oh boy. So the only place that I got a chance to, I'm just going to go in with this. The only place I had a chance on the application to write anything was my favorite product from Charlotte Tilbury, where I put the Magic Vanish. In parentheses, I put my 1K, or on YouTube. There was a block to put like your TikTok profile or your URL, like your link to your site, and your YouTube one. I mean, you guys are all here with me on YouTube. So that's where my 1K are. I really hope Charlotte finds me, and I hope that we do get to 1K before I actually, before they get to my application, but I think that they will. All right, let's go in. This is another huge, huge product from Charlotte. Way too big, in my opinion. Similar, excuse me, lots of noise. I mean, this is one of my latest and greatest purchases. This is from her collab that she did with Kim Cattrall. You've got like a light pink setting spray on one side and this deep pinkish blush on the other. Again, this seems so big to me. Some of this stuff is just so big. Like, they have to think about, if you ask me, this is in the shade Light. Did I finish saying my thought? I picked this up 2-for-1 in 2023 during a Black Friday sale. So I bought one of these and they gave me a second one, and I didn't get to pick the color of the second one, and it was a deeper, and I did a flash giveaway during October Palooza, my birthday month, where I was uploading a video every single day, and Emily D won it. And she used it online. I watched the video. If you haven't checked out Emily D's unbox videos, you have to, because she's one of the luckiest subbies that I know. She wins a lot of stuff, and she does epic videos where she unboxes, and her talent with doing eyes is unbelievable. I'm not just saying it because, I don't know, because I'm to say it. I'm saying it because it's true. And at Halloween, I asked Emily D if she would do a cat eye look, and she did. It was so cool. Anyway, Emily D won that other bronzer. Sometimes, I'm sorry, I'm so uncut down here in my basement. I don't always finish my thought. I recognize that when I watch my own videos back. But I figure you guys are just mind readers, and you can figure out what I meant to say. Maybe? All right, so then we did a little bit of bronze. I'm trying, and I'm on the fence. Should I, now that I saw this next to me, should I go with it? I wasn't really going for a pink look today. I pulled out these little, like, I don't know what she calls them. One's like a film star, one's like a Hollywood. This is what I pulled out, but there's also this lovely pink one. This was my favorite blush combo until I got this. I do not like Charlotte's cheek to chic, chic to cheeks. I'm just gonna dig around for it. I'm just feeling for it because I know it's in here. Yes, this I got free, gift with purchase. This is what she calls like cheek to chic, and I'm not a huge fan of it. I wouldn't have paid the 50 bucks for it. So if you see this out there, I don't know if it's worth it. I think you should get one of these. If you want a blush, these are pretty affordable. That might be in the $30 range. This one I just went out in the giveaway to Spicy Butterfly. Well, it'll go out next week. I haven't sent it in USPS, but congratulations again to Spicy Butterfly, Shanine, and to Sylvia, who won some late giveaways. I will link the, as you can tell, I'm just going for like sort of that bronzy look. This is going to give me a little bit of glow though on top of that bronzer that I just put down. There is one current giveaway that I'm drawing tomorrow, April 27th, if you're watching this in real time. And it's like a grab bag. It's a GenX Glam Grab bag of glam that I personally curated of skincare and makeup, including a really nice full-size P. Louise palette. P. Louise is a fantastic brand out of the UK. If you haven't checked out P. Louise yet, even though it ships from England, she's got some really, really cool stuff, including her Rumor eyeshadow base. This has great pigment. If you're one of these folks that are just like really obsessed, like I am, like I'm obsessed with finding, I'm just going to go in with Charlotte Tilbury's Airbrush Polish compact setting powder and then get out of here. Like I'm obsessed with finding like a gel liner that's not going to transfer, that I can use on my waterline, because that's all I kind of want it for. Not really looking to do any extravagant, like, you know, lining looks. I'm just looking for a nice liner that I can put, you know, get on the waterline and give me like a tiny pop accentuation of color. Anyway, that's what I'm looking for. I've been looking for it for a while. If you're somebody that's looking for a lid base, like an eyeshadow base, I'm telling you, it is worth investing in this from P. Louise, her Rumor base. That's in the shade 2. 2 and 2.5 seem to be like, kind of like her, I don't know what, mainstream. She makes it in a gazillion colors. If you wanted in lime green, you could get it in lime green if you're doing like a Grinch or a Joker look. But, yeah, I don't know. I digress. This is a P. Louise brush. Love her brushes. But there's a really nice P. Louise palette. I can't reach the bag right now. But, I'll link the video. I'll link that video. This is not a giveaway video. You have to go to the video that I'll link in the video description. Make a comment, subscribe, be that 1,000th subscriber. Maybe by the time I finish this video, there'll be a 1,000th subscriber. I don't know. Did I use everything? Oh, look, I pulled this out because it's mesmerizing. I love it. I'm like, don't use it that much. And when I bought it, I was like, ooh, probably don't need this. It reminded me of an hourglass. Like, I don't know, my lights are doing weird stuff, but like there's all this like magical glitter under there. It's just, I'm sorry, I could do that. I could get like in a trance with that, but I'm just gonna show it to you because it's kind of too shimmery, but I just liked all these different shades. We could use a little bit of that. I don't know, what do we do? Put it on the lid? I think it's an all over. It's meant to go on the it's meant to go on your cheeks. I'm gonna have to fix that. Probably shouldn't have done that. Here, I'm not gonna use there. Let's just try to like buff that out a little bit. It's very, very needed to have the edges smooth. Speaking of smoothing edges, let me get my big fluffy brush from e.l.f. and smooth everything out. We're going to give a final spritz of the Charlotte Tilbury airbrush, a flawless filter. I'm not going in with mascara, although the Exaggerize mascara, the latest line of mascara that Charlotte Tilbury dropped, I'm a fan of. I like it. Let's just go in with her setting spray. And I got to get out of here if I want to get this thing uploaded before I have to go to the movies, buy some more raffle tickets. Boy, but it was sure really, really fun hanging out. It really, really was. Thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate everyone, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. I hope you're well. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.